Did you know that the premise of walking 10,000 steps a day came from a hugely successful marketing campaign ahead of the 1964 Tokyo Olympics? In fact, the number was chosen because the Japanese character for 10,000 resembles a person walking, and they're just stuck. A few months ago, I got the leanest I've ever been. I lost 6 kilos in 12 weeks. I felt great. It's the most confident I've ever been. And I got there through walking only 8,000 steps a day. Not 10,000, 8,000. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can get leaner and significantly boost your health with less steps than expected. The best part is that it's backed by research and it's going to save you a lot of time, meaning you can get back to doing what you actually want to be doing. That might mean hanging out with loved ones, spending time with friends, or watching that Netflix show that you've been dying to watch but just haven't been able to find the time lately. Now let's break down this myth. Everyone treats 10,000 steps a day like it's gospel, but no one ever thought to ask themselves, where did this number even come from? Like I mentioned in the intro, it came from a 1960s Japanese marketing campaign. Not a research lab, not a fancy doctor, a marketing team. So that number that you've been feeling so guilty about not being able to hit each day, it just came from an ad 60 years ago. Feels ridiculous. Let's see what the science actually says. Professor Ding Ding, yes, that is their real name. Professor Ding Ding and their crew took 57 studies, 35 cohorts, and put together a systematic review and meta-analysis. Here's the thing to remember. They found that more steps does mean better outcomes across the board, but 7,000 steps is the minimum effective dosage for significant health improvements. Compared to sedentary people doing around 2,000 steps, hitting 7,000 gives you 47% lower risk of all-cause mortality, 25% lower risk of cardiovascular disease, 47% lower risk of cardiovascular disease mortality, 14% lower risk of type 2 diabetes, 38% lower risk of dementia, 22% lower risk of depressive symptoms, 28% lower risk of falls. Now, beyond that 7,000, benefits do continue, but some outcomes plateau. The biggest jump by far is going from sedentary to 7,000. Now, heed my words when I say this. If you're already doing 10,000 a day, 12,000 a day, 15,000 a day, keep going. Do not regress backwards. And if you are hitting those numbers, I respect you. So keep it up. If you're mid-comment saying everyone can hit 10,000 a day, just harden up. This video clearly isn't for you. You've got to understand that not everyone's life and schedule looks like yours. You might just simply have a lot more free time than others. For the person working a desk job, doing a PhD, working from home, raising kids, studying more than ever for exams, this video is for them. A lot of the time, for those people, 10,000 can feel like this overwhelming rain cloud above their heads that is just hitting them with guilt. Is that a good analogy? I don't know. Before we go any further with the video, I've just built a free resource called the Lazy Lean Tracker. All it is tracking your daily weight, your daily step count, the whole point of this video, and your daily nutrition. So that'll be in the top link in the description. All you need to do is give me your email and I'll send it to you for free instantly. Now, something I hear a lot from friends, family, and especially clients is that the 10,000 steps a day becomes more of a source of anxiety, not one of motivation. So this opens up the idea of the mental stress problem of the 10,000 steps a day. The mindset that I have to hit 10,000 steps a day, otherwise I'm a failure, is one that's going to cause problems for sure. Especially if you feel like you are, an absolute failure for hitting 6,800. This is what this study has really helped me with, and ideally will help my clients and you guys watching this. In fact, I've had my own share of problems with this, where 4 months ago I moved from Australia to Bali, Indonesia. And I used to feel like that 8,000 steps a day that got me as lean as I've ever been felt unbelievably easy. And now that I'm in a small island where you can't really walk, there's not really any sidewalks. And if you do go out for a walk like I am now, it's 35 degrees and you start sweating in 5 seconds. Plus, I've got a moped that takes me everywhere. So step count has been a struggle. It's currently 1 p.m. and I am at 850 steps. So that's why I'm walking and doing this video at the same time. I can relate to everything I'm going to talk about in this video immensely, even as a fitness coach. Now that we know the origin of the 10,000 steps, how it came from a marketing campaign, that makes that stress feel even more arbitrary. That it came from a 1960s ad from Japan. Sorry, I'm about to get hit. It came from an ad out of Japan in the 1960s and it's causing you stress in 2026. That feels ridiculous to me, doesn't it? On the topic of lowering stress around your step count, it's important to note that accumulation is super important here. Your step target does not need to be hit in one long walk. Some of my clients have gotten significantly leaner when we've just implemented a lunch break walk, maybe parking further away from the destination they're going to, whether it be the shopping center, the gym, the supermarket, park further away. Hello, my name is not Angie. That sign? Royal something villa, maybe? Royal what?
Royal.
Yeah, Royal something villas? Yeah. Helping the public. Anyways, back to this. In fact, something my girlfriend and I do almost every night is walk around laps of the house, walk around laps of the kitchen table in order to get that extra 1,000 or 2,000 steps just to end off the day. The goal is to keep that number going up and up and up Doesn't really matter how you get there. Now in the study, the minimum effective dosage is 7,000 steps a day. So you might be commenting, wondering, what's the maximum effective dosage? And that is a great question, and I have no idea. But what I will say is walking is such low impact on the human body that in my personal experience of coaching guys, some of them are doing 20,000 steps a day and being able to recover each and every day. It doesn't negatively impact their lifts. It doesn't negatively impact their joints or their sleep. So if you are doing 15,000, 20,000 per day thinking, should I be doing less? The answer is absolutely not. I really want to hash that and get that across. Now, with all that being said, I want to personalize the step count of you watching this right now. If you are anywhere between 2,000 steps a day, or actually 0 steps a day to 2,000 steps a day, you just got to leave your room. That's point number one. If you're between 2,000 to 5,000 steps a day, your only focus is to get to 7,000 and your health will significantly improve. I'm telling you, it's back to our science, remember? If you are currently between like 7,000 and 8,000 and you're feeling guilty every single night because you haven't been able to reach that 10,000, then stop feeling guilty. You are in the range of significantly improving your health. You're good. If you're currently between 8,000 to 10,000, then stay there. Do not use this video as an excuse to go backwards. You are already nailing it. Your body and your health and every part of you will thank you in the future. I can guarantee that as well. And then lastly, if you are anywhere over 10,000, once again, you are absolutely winning. Stay there, don't regress. Keep doing what you're doing. If we go back to that group of people that are the working from home, studying a PhD, driving everywhere group of people, then I would advise you hit your 7,000 and then go home and enjoy the time with loved ones. Maybe just go out, fuck off. Maybe that might look like you hit your 7,000, then you go out to a restaurant with your wife or girlfriend, you go pick up your kids from school once you hit your 7,000, you go to the movies by yourself once you hit 7,000. The possibilities are endless. Now that I'm back home, I am extremely sweaty, but at least I just accumulated a quick 2,000 steps. The clients of mine who succeed the most in terms of their fat loss and building confidence in themselves is when they go from this inconsistent level of step count. Maybe some days it's 4,000, some days it's 10,000, then it goes back down to 6,000, then it goes up to 12,000. We remove that inconsistency and just nail in one number. Now, if you follow this study, it might be 7,000. If you're already at 7,000, maybe strive for 8,000 a day. If you're already at 8,000 a day, strive for 9,000 a day. You get the idea. I feel as though we are just simplifying your actionable task for the day. As in you wake up, you know you got one number to tick off, and once you get that done, you can enjoy the rest of the day. Also, by the way, speaking of my clients, if you want to become one of my clients, then there will be a one-to-one application form in the bio as well underneath the free Lazy Tracker. So if you just want to work with me, get started on your fat loss journey in order to build undeniable confidence in yourself in as little as 12 weeks, the link will be in the description as well. I want to end this video by having one sentence be burned into the back of your mind. And that is that fitness should be an addition to your life, not a subtraction from it. Meaning if you are in a constant state of mental turmoil over the number on your watch, that is not an addition to your life, that's a subtraction. If you feel as though you need to go out and walk for 2 hours every afternoon instead of spending time with your family, spending time with your wife, spending time with mates, or even just spending time by yourself doing the things that you want to do, that is a subtraction, not an addition to your life. That one-liner is kind of what pushed me to make this video. I want fitness to be something that is nicely intertwined into your life and your schedule and your routine so that you can feel the benefits of being a healthier person without feeling as though it's taken over your life and causing you, the mental turmoil I've been talking about in this whole video. Now, unfortunately, you can't just track your steps in order to get lean. You need to partner it with 2 other super important metrics. If you want to know what they are, I go into great depth on all 3 in this video here. So tap that, I'll speak to you in the next one. Bye-bye.